How do you discover reality? Hmm. When you're born, the minute another being, parent, brother, sister, shares the information, gives you a name, tells you you're different, you become part of the educational system. I'm not talking about schooling. I'm talking about projecting information. This talking is just an exploration. But if you believe any of these words, you're part of another component of the educational system. This guy's um, sharing and projecting towards your educational system. So the investigation is not to point a finger, not to tell you, not to give you any entertainment, any information, any ideas about what reality is. Is to remind you that you have to stop this educational system from entering your true, real state. Now, in a kind way, in a compassionate way, religion, most components of religion is to teach you about another education, another component of the educational system, about their idea and sharing and past experiences from predecessors about what they assume this religion portrays or wants to reveal or evoke. Now, that's the same as Vedanta Buddhism. Every single human being that tries to share information is trying to educate you, even though the intent is not to educate you, because the intent here is to say, no, don't listen to these words, don't listen to any words. But the true intent from a true, real, I wouldn't say mind, real experience of life is deny all projected information. When the child was born, so let's stay there, because your mind is saying, so who's going to show me? How am I going to do it? How am I going to discover reality on my own? Without information, without help, without confirmation, without some religion, without some spiritual quest, without some mystical experience. Well, the mystical experience, does that come from another, or does that come from your own mystical experience? You see, if you're trying to copy or understand another one's mystical experience, including the speaker, you're just watching something unfold that's not true to you. I've heard of motivational speakers. I've seen motivational speakers. I've listened to motivational speakers, and they all give incredibly wonderful, gifted ideas and experiences and sharings, including maybe this one. But the fact is, it's not your motivation that they're speaking about. How can they know your motivation? How can they know what drives you? How can they know what's real about you? How can they know what's true about you? This video is demotivational, de-inspirational towards the projected external life, towards your thoughts, your fantasies, your past experiences. All nonsense. But they're not nonsense until once you discover who is having the experiences, who is having the knowledge, who is gathering the intelligence, the information. Is it a brain? If it's a brain and the brain obviously dies, what's the point? You can't take it with you. You can't take your brain with you. Can you take the information with you? Can you understand your brain right now fully to its whole extent? No. Because it incorporates billions of what do we call in the telecom world, bits. Each bit from 64 years of adding on bits, taking away bits. I don't know all the bits at once. I only know little bits. I can investigate my brain. What is my name? Maybe if it's stored up there, what's my name? My name is Graham. That's a bit. It didn't tell me about my first birthday, my 9th birthday. It didn't tell me about the whole encompassing thing. The brain is just a programmed idea to keep the body motivational and working. Yeah. Who are you? How can you discover your reality? Because you think you are a body, a person, a name, a story, a form, a piece of flesh and blood alone, and that you're going to die and something will be, it's the end. It's the end. There's no more me, or something will be revealed in a heavenly paradise, because people have told me these things. I can't live my life without people telling me things. I can't live my life without information. I can't live my life on my own. What will I do? Who is this I that can't live its life? Who is this? What can I do? You see? What is reality? You see, the Vedantas, they pointed it. And they're not asking you to listen to the truth about the Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads. They are saying the truth is a mirror of you. Everything that you dream, even in deep sleep, even in this dream, there's a dreamer. The dreamer's not out there. The dreamer's not God. The dreamer's not Christ. The dreamer's not Buddha. And you say, well, it must be me. If there's nothing else dreaming, I know I'm dreaming. I know when the dream is ongoing. I know when the dream is taking place. I know when the dream ends. I know I have a mind that can investigate what quality of dream, what was taking place. I have a mind that cannot investigate, that just, it's nonsense. So I must be the dreamer. But I am just a flesh and bones, body and person and name, and I'm going to die. So this dream will end. I can only tell you what the speaker experienced. I am the dreamer. And what is the... So you say, I am is the dreamer. But not I am the person. That's another aspect, another projected outcome of the dreamer dreaming about the dream. I am the dreamer. So the next question is, okay, if I am the dreamer, who am I? Who am I? What am I? What do I look like? If I'm not this body, if I'm not this form, am I a soul? Another part of that information. How did you learn about words? People told you. You didn't wake up as a child in the middle of a forest with no other human being there, knowing the alphabet, knowing how to speak, knowing the names of the trees, the names of the landscape, the names of your components of your body. No, you were informed. Information. That's what the mind wants to tell you. You are information, and you're dependent upon information so that you can remain even when this body goes as the information. Very mechanical, very robotic. Who are you? God says, I'm information. I've been made up with information, made up with names, made up with identities. I can tell you so much stuff. You become that parrot. You repeat. The brain starts repeating its bit by bit by bit by bit by bit by bit story. So who is the dreamer? Who am I? Nothing can tell you outside of this world. Ramana Maharshi says, whatever, and everything outside of this world enters the mind through thoughts, through fantasies, through imaginations, through emotions, through senses, and all these emotions and senses are connected to names and information. Kundalini. Where did that word come from? I don't know. I learned it. I remember hearing it. It must be the same. How do you know? You're blasphemizing your experience of being here as a whatever you want to call yourself as a body by saying, whatever I'm told has to be the truth. Therefore, I've came into this life and I've done nothing. I've learned nothing. I've learned about what other people, other beings, other minds, other books, information. I've learned and learned and learned. Even these words that are being evoked now are learned words from being at school. So you have to go through these learned words and unlearn them. And the only way you can unlearn them is to discover who I is. That word I is the only word worth learning. And when it's seen through, who am I, within, nowhere else, not even the body, not even the kundalini, not even the sensation, not even the emotions, not even the meditation, not even the experience. How can it be done, you see? How can it be done without some help? And you discover who you are. All is a dream. I am the dreamer. What is the consistency of the dreamer? The dreamer is a dream. You see? The dreamer is not the dream. The dreamer is the dreaming. So dreaming begins. That's you. You're dreaming. Yeah? Not a you, a person, a body, because that's a dreamer. You are dreaming. That's your name. That's your consistency. You are dreaming. You're unlimited. You cannot put a point on any information about you. You're simply the essence of dreaming. And this dreaming has created itself a body. Therefore, I now believe I am a dreamer dreaming. But you are dreaming as a dreamer. Primarily dreaming, secondary dreamer. Thirdly, dream. So therefore, when the dreamer and the dream goes, which is what happens, this body that I am as a person, I'm a dreamer, and when I die, all of this dream will go. But the dreaming never goes. So you are reality beyond I, because I is the primary root, initial birth of the dreamer. When dreaming yourself through transitions of dreaming state, which is consciousness, consciousness itself is just a motion, a complete motion. That's what you are, you're a motion. But this motion has no beginning, no end. It is not flavorsome or flavorless. It just truly is. And one day it finds a mind and says, okay, how can I experience this? Create yourself a body. Create yourself, be the dreamer. And then you'll see yourself in everything. So everything that takes place in your life is okay, even the death. Everything that takes place in this body life is okay, because the dream cannot fade. You cannot fade. You see, that's my experience, this mind's experience, that is able to share with itself, and unfortunately to you guys, because it's not saying that's the truth for you, that's your reality. You have to discover your reality. You have to go beyond I. People stop at I. Minds stop at I. Yes, I am. Okay, I. Oh, it must be I. Then you stop. No, continue. I. Till this I goes. And watch it disappear into the universe. What watches it? What watches it? The watching watches the dream, watches the I disappear. So you can say dreaming, dreamer, dream, but you can also say life, liver, living. You can also say being, human, existing. Being comes first. Life comes first. Dreaming comes first. Thinking comes first. That's your whole compassing act. You are the act, pretending you're an actor, acting out what you believe is reality. The acting is reality. The actor, a component, a primary need for you to experience yourself as the acting, as the living. And all of this will continue to operate. And when the body goes, the seeing will stop seeing what this is. But the seeing will continue to see what it has to see. If it needs to see, it will create another seer. It will create more seeing. Well, it cannot create more seeing. This is seeing. It will create more things seen if it needs to. If you need to create another dimension, that's what you'll do as the dreamer, the reality. The only thing that exists in this whole universe is you. But you, if you think you're the body, or you think you're the mind, you're just another aspect of I, me, you. I am me, and when you point at me and say you, I am you. So, you are the only thing that is real. What is you? What is I? What can go beyond I?